All right, Stephen Key here, inventRightTV, and during this video, I'm going to talk about the truth about patents that no one's actually telling you. Okay, where do I start? When I finally had my big idea. It was a rotating label that you would spin. It would give you more information. I thought I had this huge idea, and sure enough, I went and started filing patents. I called a patent attorney, and I sent a prototype to him, and I said, "I've got this great idea. I want to protect it." Now, little did I know what that truly meant, and I didn't know the process. But all I knew is what people have told me: if you have a great idea, you need to get a patent because you need to protect it from people stealing your idea. That's what I was told. But no one really gave me the big picture of what that truly meant. Now, you have to realize this was a few years ago. Things have changed a little bit, but not much. And I'll talk about that change. But back when I started filing patents, and I have a lot of patents, you guys, in fact, here they are, they're all over there. So I was led to believe that you needed a patent to protect your great idea, just like everybody else. But the truth about patents that they're not telling you is that having a patent on your invention gives you the right to sue. That's what it does. It gives you the right to sue. And that right to sue is powerful. There's no doubt about it. It's great. But what's the reality to it? Well, number one, I did sue a little company, in fact, a big toy company, Lego. Unfortunately, they had wanted my technology. They saw my technology. It was a rotating label. They wanted to use it in one of the products. And they saw that I did have patents, but we ended up in federal court, San Francisco federal court. So long story short, we did settle 2 weeks before it went to trial after 3 long years. And I learned a great deal about that whole process. And I have to tell you, it's not what you think it is. And I did have the right to sue because I did have a patent. But that whole process of determining if someone is truly infringing is very long and expensive. And the whole process took 3 years to actually have my day in court. And it's very expensive and, of course, time consuming and stressful and everything you can imagine. But at the end of the day, we were going to argue over words, interpretation of words. That's what patents are. And they get interpreted by their attorneys, my attorneys, eventually a judge, and maybe even a jury. But they're just words to be interpreted. And if you've ever read a patent, it gets a little complicated. And I saw it firsthand in court going back and forth. It was a battle over really 2 words. I couldn't believe it. After 3 long years, we were fighting over the interpretation of 2 words. Okay, you've got a great product idea and you're not quite sure what to do. Or maybe you've got inventory in your garage because you were selling your product on Amazon and you don't want to continue doing it, but you want someone to help you license your idea to a company to bring it to market for you. We have a new program that's called Gateway, where we do all the work for you. We'll find the right companies and the right people to make sure your product is pitched correctly to get the licensing deal. This new program is called Gateway. If you're interested, please check it out. So what did I learn through the whole process? I learned that it's a slippery slope and that you have to, if you're going to sue someone on patent infringement, be prepared that you're going to spend a tremendous amount of time and money. And you should really realize, is that product that's selling, is it really hurting your business at the end of the day? Now, I know we all get emotional. I did. I thought, well, someone stole my idea. But you want to take all the emotion out of it. And you want to look at it from a very practical standpoint. Number one, do I sue? Can I sue? What are the benefits if I sue? Can I go the distance? And if I do sue, what's going to be my reward? And if there are enough damages to even sue. So there's all these questions that you're going to have to kind of wrestle with, but make sure that you're talking to someone that can kind of guide you through that whole process. Because I think a lot of people, such as myself, we just dove in without doing a lot of homework. And what does it really mean? Okay. So yes, patents are great. I love them. I still have them, but I use them a little bit differently because I've been through that experience. I use patents to bring teams together, to license ideas, to maybe sell a patent portfolio like I did, or even, really get a company to get behind my idea and feel comfortable because I do have intellectual property that's been issued. Do I use it as I'm going to sue somebody or stop the copycats? For me personally, I don't think I would look at it that way. I think I would look at it, there's other benefits to having patents, but to think I'm just going to sue people, I don't know if that's the greatest strategy today. I do think it's speed to market today. I do think you should have the right to sue. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe the company, because you've licensed it to them, they could determine how they want to handle it, but they're never going to guarantee they're going to do that anyway. And if you venture it yourself, of course, you might be able to get some people to stop doing it. Maybe yes, maybe no. You might be able to get people to stop online or maybe some of the retailers. But at the end of the day, it's complicated at best and it's not a simple answer. So the truth about patents, I love them. They have some great benefits, of course. You can build teams, you can license ideas, you can get people to invest, you can do a startup and raise capital, all that kind of stuff. Are they a protection tool to actually stop someone from infringing, copying my idea? Yes and no. It's very complicated. It's not a simple answer to this, and it's very time consuming and expensive. So the truth about patents is this: do your homework. And if you have some trouble, which we all going to have trouble, because if you're successful, there's going to be people that are going to copy you. That's just a fact of life. Even the big guys have to deal with it. Have a strategy, have a plan, have some good people that have been through it that can tell you kind of a bigger picture of what you can do, because there's a lot of things you can do before you end up in federal court. There you go. All right, this is Stephen Key. Thank you for watching this video. Once again, I like intellectual property. I like innovation. I love patents, but there is a reality to it that no one's really talking about. And this is my opinion. I'm not a patent attorney. I'm not giving legal advice. There's my disclaimer. And I will see you next time on InventRight TV.